Plums, welcome to Friday. Yes, the weekend is within touching distance. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. What a week it's been, eh? What a week it has been. We've had so much going on here, so many great deals, so many codes for you to shop with, so many great events, and we kind of wrap up your week today with 3 fabulous shows. Really looking forward to today because we've kind of got the end of the Tis the Season sale, which has been running. Some amazing Christmas items for you, which are still there on the website. Still got their own little section. The Crafters Companion website. Still got 70% off. You've still got your code that you can use there too. And we're going to be kind of wrapping up that whole event later on this evening from 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, with a Craft Vault show. So that's going to be amazing. So maybe there's a few deals that you haven't seen, or maybe you've only joined us over the course of the last few days. We will recap on everything that you need to know there. We've also got a fantastic masterclass coming up for you as well, or masterclass if you're from up north. And that is going to be brilliant for you. If you're ever lost for words, ever stuck for what to say, fear not, because we have all of the words for you in our Sentiments Masterclass in the form of some amazing dies, some amazing stamps for you as well, and loads of inspiration and ideas with what to do with those. And of course, we preview everything for you in this morning's wake-up call, so a little bit of a look ahead to what's coming up in the Masterclass, a little bit of a look ahead as to what's coming up in Craft Vault, and I've been a little bit sneaky. Probably shouldn't have done it, but you know what? I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel without a clause. I brought some of the deals back from last night's cartload, including a deal which is sold out, done a bit of jiggery pokery, spoke to a few people, made a few calls, got my people to speak to their people, and brought back one of the most popular deals from last night, slightly altered, but you'll find all about that a little bit later on. But if you did miss cartload, don't worry, we've got some great deals to bring you from that. All that coming up, it's going to be a fabulous day. All we need now is a fantastic expert to inspire us and demonstrate and have a laugh with us and take us through everything we need. And I've got just the person, just the person to my left-hand side. It is the one and only, the lovely Jan. How are you?
I am good, thank you. No moustaches today, though, I'm afraid.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I did have a chuckle when it appeared in the wrap-up, yes.
That was so
but no,
funny,
I'm good.
It?
It's good to be back. I've had a nice journey this morning, so no stress-free so far. Not like last time I was here when I was like,
yeah, it was all a bit last minute last time,
It just makes such a difference, The traffic is so unpredictable these days. But yeah, good drive up this morning in the sunshine. Nice and relaxed, all ready. Got some great shows planned.
Yeah.
I've just pulled some samples out for the sentiments, because this was one when I saw this and I thought, yeah, absolutely brilliant, because as crafters, depending on, lots of different branches of crafting, but the majority of them use a sentiment. So whether you're card making, gift making, home decor, even to soft crafts to a certain extent, scrapbooking, journaling, a lot of them use sentiments. So we've put a whole show together at 2 o'clock today just around sentiments, and I've pulled some of them out, some of my favourites amongst many. It's really hard to choose favourites, but I love these image sentiments. So we've got these on the show at 2 o'clock. We're going to do a demo with some of these during Wake Up Call to give you a little intro if you've not seen them before. So again, the whole panel cuts out with the wording inside it, different phrases to choose from. This one's actually been made into a shaker panel, so we've put acetate behind the die cut, pop some shaker pieces behind it. And then we've brought the tags back. I think these are so versatile. When these came out, I've just pulled one sample out here. There are many of them. You can use the tags on your cards, on your scrapbooks. You can do them as gift tags, which is what I'm going to do with my demo later on in the 2 o'clock show. We've actually popped them just on a little gift bag here for this one. But again, really versatile. We don't have the punch in stock at the moment, but I know a lot of you bought that when these were launched. So if you have, they work in conjunction with that lovely tag punch. So those are coming up as well. Fancy sentiments, again, the font on these is absolutely gorgeous. So, mixing and matching, that little bit of straight font, and then down into that beautiful sort of script. I'm going to show you how to stamp these out if you've not seen these before. And then these, when these were launched, these were a favourite of mine, I must admit. We've got the winter florals. Now, we've just brought you the shaped word dies today. So we've got, I think there are 4 or 5 different words, which actually make a shaped card. When they were launched, they came with all the decoupage, which again, some of you may already have, but I'm going to show show you how you can use them and mix and match them with things that you may already have in your stash in the masterclass today. And then last of all, we've got the layerable sentiments, which again, so much fun to work with. Different phrases, you've got that little background plaque, and then all the bits that you can cut. Great for scrap busting. If you've got a scrap box, which you know I'm trying to work my way through, this is a great one because you've got all those little pieces that you can cut in different colours. Great for using those scraps up. So those are coming up at 2 o'clock. And then we've got a whole world of offers in the craft when we open the craft vault at 6 o'clock tonight. So yes, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day. We're looking forward to opening the craft vault up. And on the website, I mean, there is so much going on today, literally. We have got codes galore. We've also got add more, save more for you. So the more items you're adding into your basket today, you'll find the details there. You'll make more savings. So codes for that as well, depending on whether you're popping in 5, 7 or 10 items into your basket. Plus, we've got Fiver Friday. And these are always very, very busy events where we do some ridiculous deals on individual items. Here you can see again we've got some Fiver deals on some Christmas goodies, some everyday goodies, and there's loads in there from stamps to dies to embossing folders. You can see some gorgeous edgeables in there too. What normally happens when we do a Fiver Friday is that people that are Sharon Callis goodies in there, people shop early and they snap up the best deals really, really quickly. So if you are up and about right now, it is worth delving in there and having a bit of a sneaky peek and grabbing those deals. Great way for you, again, if you're on a bit of a budget today, to kind of pick up a few deals, but also if you're kind of going the other way and you're stocking up your cart and you're thinking, oh, I'm just a little bit short of free shipping, have a look there and pick up some deals. Let's make it a nice and interactive day today. Loads of questions, loads of comments, please. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials this morning. Lois joins us from Ohio. Sarah Brown says, hello, my crafty friends. Hoping everyone is doing well. Sending huge hugs to you all from Melbourne, Australia. We've got Zoe Carver in from West Sussex. Charlotte's in from Herne Bay. And Liz R says, hi, crafty friends. Ben, Jan and Rachel and team. We've got Johnny and Charlotte in the gallery today, steering the Good Ship Craft. Hi and hiya. Hiya. Who said hi? Was that you, Johnny? Oh, it was Johnny. Johnny's... I know you said hi. Yeah, Charlotte went hi and Johnny went hiya. Like that. He's in a good mood today for some reason. Pauline is in saying good morning everyone from a sunny Cheshire. Monica is in from Southern California, and Karen Fisher is in saying good morning from Wesley Chapel. He said he's in a good mood, or Charlotte said he's in a good mood because it's Friday, but we're both in over the weekend, Johnny, aren't we? Something big coming. Are we allowed to say what it is on Sunday or not yet? Might do later on. Something big's coming. I think you kind of know what it is, don't you? Any guesses as to what's coming on Sunday, let us know in the comments, and I will not confirm or deny whatever you say. Pick of the day, 24-hour only deal. You know how this works by now. We launch a brand new pick of the day each and every day. You get to snap it up within a 24-hour window, and you get double points on it as well, which is rather marvellous. This is the Totally Tiffany Craft and Carry Workstation. I think one of the most sought-after bits of kit when it comes to your storage. Because it's brilliant to travel with, because it all folds down for you as well. So if you're one of those people who likes to kind of, craft on your travels, this is absolutely perfect. You will get the pink one, and I think it's a little bit easier to show you than when sometimes we have the black, it's difficult to show you, but these are brilliant for the fact that you can easily compartmentalise all your bits and pieces, because you've got these little tabs down the bottom row here. If you don't want those in place, you can simply pop those back. So you've got real ease of being able to store in here whatever you like. Again, here in this second row, bigger sort of deeper pockets. Again, these little tabs to keep things in place should you wish. And then as we go around the outside, you've got the little nets there again. So for popping in your tools, these really do stretch to quite some size. So I want to say it was Debbie. It's probably all of you, but whenever I see these, you guys put in so much stuff. Stash loads. Craig's got one which sometimes appears in the green room, and if you think to yourself you can stash a load of stuff in these, you really can. I mean, you've even got space down the back here which goes really deep there. Look at my fingers at the bottom. So you can pop in your plates, you can pop in things like your 12 by 12 pads, you can pop in things like your guillotines. There's so much room in all of these. So if you're looking for a great way to store items, then this is the way to be able to do it. And not just crafty items as well. I know, because we had the purple one on the cartload last night, and a lot of you were saying that you bought these for friends, family members, partners, because they're just a really, really super way for you to be able to store all of your goodies. Now, if you're wondering, about the paper pad, because normally we put items in these to show you how much they hold. Are you going to get this? Yes, you are. You are going to get your Blush Plaid paper pad for absolutely nothing, nada, zilch. And I can't believe we're already at the point where we're giving away one of the best-selling paper pads of the year for free within this deal. Can you believe that? For free. For free. £23.99 or $27.99 for your pick of the day. And don't forget, you will get double points on that as well, but for only 24 hours or whilst stocks last. So, we move on to sentiments, image sentiments. And again, what you'll find across the shows today, particularly the craft vault later on, big savings. I'm talking big savings. 70% savings. You'll get sick and tired of it. Well, you won't get sick and tired of hearing about them, but 70% pretty much across the board today. And this is one of those deals coming up in our masterclass a little bit later on. We'll get the details up for you for the image sentiment collection. This is what we're talking about. £13.60 or $18.40 for one, all six. That is a lot of metal for your money. They're $9.99 each or $12.95. If you're platinum, this is your price. And if you're new today and you're not yet within Club Inspire, sign up on the website. It'll take you about a couple of minutes to do it. You need your email address, your name and a password, and you're in. You'll get 20% off your first order. But as Jan was showing you earlier, and we'll see more in her demos here, these are so versatile, so easy to use. And what you've got is a beautiful decorative image, and then the actual sentiment itself encapsulated within the die cut. 2 dies again, so you can cut in, cut out, you can create toppers and panels. They are so super but versatile. And the sentiments that you get, I really love as well. If friends were flowers, Jan, I'd pick you.
I like that. It's one of my favourite sentiments. I know it's a bit cheesy, but I really like it. I just think it's a really nice sentiment and covers a lot of different things.
Johnny's take on this, I like it. If friends were flowers, says Johnny, this is what he said to me, you'd be a weed. So you'd pick me and throw me into the recycle bin.
Are you a dandelion?
Well, most days I'm quite dandy. Thank you very much indeed. What kind of weed would I be?
It's going to be one of them days, isn't it? Again?
It is. Johnny started it. Right, this one is, I find these hard to read sometimes upside down and back to front. Thank you for everything you do. But again, how beautiful is that? You know, adding a little bit of colour to these, maybe popping on a little bit of your gilding waxes, popping on some of your gilding flakes as well. These are going to look great. This is a nice one. It's bright, it's happy, it's bold. It's time to celebrate with cake, lots of cake.
Absolutely.
Do need some Friday cake. Do you know what? It's Friday and Christina hasn't done a cake today, which I'm very disappointed about. Count your blessings. Again, I always look at this one and think that again would look quite nice if you've got one of our foil presses potentially to do a bit of foiling with.
Absolutely, yeah. Yep.
You've got faith, hope and love, which again is a really nice kind of sentiment for those just because cards. We were talking a lot about this at length the other day. Isn't it nice to make a card for someone on a day when they're not expecting to receive one? And that's the kind of one that you would use. And then this one here is, your friendship means the world to me. It's 6 sets, but it's actually 12 dies in total for £13.60 or $18.40. Incredible value for money, and that's just the start of things today, because as I say, we've got some amazing deals coming up right throughout the day. Look at the saving, look at the price, and we're going to look at these with Jan. A few quick hellos. Kelly says, I have a few of these and I love them. And Charlotte says, Sunday, we know it's the pull bows and foil acetate. There's some beautiful pics on Instagram. The design team rocking it as always. I don't know if you sort of know about it then, if you're all talking about it. Does anyone else know what's going on? Kirsty D says, good morning, I'm spending the morning in a colouring coma, preparation for cards later. I've said it now. The Christmas thing kicks off at 5 o'clock on Sunday with Sarah and me and Johnny. And Charlotte? And Charlotte, yeah. Let's get going then. Have a look at these. Which one are you going to be using, Jan?
Right, we're going to do the thank you for everything, because I think that's a very generic one. You know, it can be for any kind of, you know, thank you for absolutely anything. And if you haven't come across these before, it was an opportunity to show you how they actually work. So each die set has 2 pieces. You've got the main element, which cuts out that beautiful wording, and then there is always a decorative sort of frame around the outside. So this one, you've got that sort sort of unusual shape. But they also come with not so much an outline die, because this does cut the whole piece out. It's what I call like a matte layer. So it's slightly bigger than your die. You can see it fits around the outside. It's going to create you a layer that will go underneath, and we're going to do simply that this morning. But throughout the course of the set, you've got 6 dies in here. You've got some really nice shaped, you know, just shape dies basically. So, you know, to add these to your collection, each one's a different shape, and it's quite interesting to just use on their own as well. So what I'm going to do, I've got a couple of pieces of cardstock. I want to put the matte on some lilac, and then I've just got a neutral colour to put the cut piece on. Now I just need to grab a little bit of tape there just to hold them in place. And then we'll pass these through our Gemini. They are just thin metal dies, so they will go through any of your machines. If you don't have the Gemini, they will go through other brand machines. They're also will fit through your MIDI as well.
Excellent.
Little bit wide for the Mini, but they will go through the MIDI.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that both of these will fit on my smaller plates there. I think we're good. Yeah, we're okay. Look. So I'm just going to pop them onto there with the necessary shims. So we've got the frosted one and my magnetic shim. Now I haven't found that these need a metal shim in, unless you're cutting something like glitter card or a cardstock that's got like a coating on it.
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to pop those through sideways because the dies are facing that way. So it just gives that sort of pressure a bit more of an even split. Don't worry if your machine makes noises like that. You tend to find it happens a lot with just the outline dies. You'll hear that cracking and crunching, and it's just the pressure going over the metalwork. So don't panic if it starts making those noises and you think, oh, what's going off? So we've got that lovely shape ready for our matte layer. Just take the die off there so that we don't lose it. And then this one has got all that lovely cut work in. So again, we'll just get rid of some of the pieces out of there, and I think when we release this, it will actually leave a lot of the pieces in the die. Yeah, there we go. Look, so I can sort that out in a second. There's always a little tiny bit clinging on for dear life. Just don't pick me, don't pick me. There we go. So put that to one side, and you can see now if we put this on here, this lines up beautifully with that matte layer now. So you can see how these are made to work together. Now to make this stand out a little bit more, I'm going to add some colour to that sort of sentiment area, and there's lots of different ways you can do this. And I've done a little bit of both on the one that I've finished. So I'm actually going to bring one of my alcohol pens in to colour some of it in, but you can cut it again in a different colour and snip into it, which I've also done. I'm going to cut some of the butterflies. I've cut some of those to layer on top. But for the actual wording, I'm just going to take one of my lilac pens, and literally where that wording is, just literally colour it in. So you can use your alcohol pens for this, you could use a sparkle pen, you could use your watercolours either with a brush or with the sparkle crystal clears pen. So again, lots of different ways. You could do this in a darker colour card, and you could use gilding wax over it. I know you mentioned earlier, Ben, the gilding flakes. There are so many different ways that you can add detail to these if you don't, you know, want to leave it plain. So just think about where the lettering's going to be. And all I've done is taken just one of the pens. I'm not even going to bother shading it as such. I am literally just going to colour over where the writing is. I
enjoyed using some of the gilding flakes on my demo of the week.
Oh, I heard, yes.
Have you heard?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased with that. As I say, whenever I get involved, Jan, I always think about you, because you were the first one to say, come on, give it a go, give it a go.
The teacher.
Yes, I like that, Johnny. Jan took my stabilisers off.
Yeah, but look where you are
pushed me
now
down the
with
hill.
it.
I know.
It was worth doing, wasn't it?
Yeah. I would never, ever, ever
have done it.
I would consider you a crafter now, Ben.
Thank you.
I think you've actually joined the team as a crafter now.
Thank you. I wouldn't like to have to come up with anything that that you guys do, but I feel like I can craft along with you. If you say do this, I can do it now, which I couldn't do before.
It's just knowing some of those basic. I always say, it's like they're like building blocks. Some of those basic techniques, and you'd be amazed at how many of those techniques you can apply to different types of crafting.
Yeah.
So as long as you've got that confidence, and when people are first starting out, they'll say to me, where do you start? I always say, master the core tools first. So get to grips with your guillotine, get to grips with your, your die cutting machine, your scoreboard and scoring tool, that kind of thing. And if you've got those mastered, that takes away a lot of the stress.
Yeah.
And you can start then and think a little bit more about the design and what you want to use and what colour palette to use.
That's it.
So I'm not going to colour all of this in. You can see how that's actually coming to life now, just bringing that wording out. And then what I did is I passed the whole die through again with some pink cardstock. And this is what I ended up with.
Oh, wow.
You can just see there where I've taken some of the lettering. I didn't colour all of it in. I've gone for the sort of the scrolly font with the purple. Left some of it in that neutral colour. Left some of the butterflies neutral. And then these ones are actually cut from scrap, the pink, just to literally snip out and lay over the top of where I've got them in that master die. So again, once we pop that over the lilac, then you can see how we've created that really nice topper.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do with this now is pop some glue on the back, and I'm going to use a combination of my dotty tape pen and a little bit of wet glue in some of the larger areas. So around the edge here, I'm just going to pop some of the dots. Nice light touch with your dotty tape pen so that you're just getting the dots on the cardstock.
Nice to see craft card in play as well. I think we don't use it enough, do we, almost?
You know that I love my craft card, Ben. I go to it quite a lot. I think it's a really nice, I don't know, there's such a lot of colours go nice. It looks lovely with the pinks, looks lovely with a turquoisey colour. I like to do gold gilding wax on craft card, looks really nice as well when you've done any embossing. So again, where there's a little bit larger space, I'm just going to use a little bit of my tacky glue. You could use your tape pen all over, but just because I can, I'm going to pop a little bit of that tacky glue behind the butterfly so that I know that I've got a nice good stick. And then we're going to position this one over the top of that matte layer. So just making sure you've got it the right way around, because you've got this little peak here at the top to encompass the butterfly there.
That's
so
it,
just the bottom's just got the swirled edge on it. So just make sure you've got it the right way around. And then there's about 1/8 of an inch all the way around it. And you can see you've got a perfect matte layer to fit that on. Absolutely beautiful. So that's going to be my sort of topper. Bless you. You're right
was a cough.
over there. Oh, it was a cough, was it? Was it a cough?
Yeah.
I was concentrating. I just heard a noise over there, and I didn't know whether you'd exploded or not then. So I just checking to see you were okay. And then what I've done is I've taken some paper from, this is from our wildflower collection, any collection. And I've cut it down to make, I wanted to make a gift bag.
Yeah.
So I've literally just cut it to size to make a gift bag and scored it. And because it's a double-sided paper, I just added a little bit extra of the height and folded it back. So it's the inside pattern that's showing on the outside. And then I've just punched with some brads and popped my ribbon in. And all I'm going to do now is just fasten this together and use that greeting just on the front of the bag and keep it as simple as that. So again, tape off there. This one should meet up nicely at this side, just to join it all together, like so. And then I've got a little bit at the bottom. I'm going to use some of my Collal all-purpose on there, because that's going to help strengthen the base of the bag, so that if you do want to put anything in it that has a little bit of weight in it, when the all-purpose glue dries, you get a really nice finish. So I always put the join to the back of the bag. So this is going to be the front.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the last one to fasten. So this one comes in first.
Okay.
And then I want a little bit of glue just under the tabs that I've created. And those are going to stick onto here. So that sort of disguises the tabs inside. give that a second to grab, and then we're going to put
Yeah.
glue on this one and seal that. Now, if you want it to be even stronger, you can cut a strip of cardstock and drop it inside the bag so that you've got an extra sort of strength
That's a good idea.
inside it. But yeah, that will all line up now and just seal. But yeah, just cut a strip slightly smaller than the base, and you can drop that into the bottom and stick it into the bottom there. So that's going to be my gift bag. And then literally, I'm just going to pop this one. Now, you could pop it on some, shall I pop it on some foam? Or am
Yeah.
I asking for trouble?
No,
Let's see if I've got some foam pads. You know,
I think you'll be all right.
you know me and foam pads.
Yeah. I think they've
They're all
calmed
little
down
tiny,
since the...
tiny ones, though.
Huh?
Oh, hang on, I found some a bit bigger.
Oh, I think the bigger ones you might have problems with.
We'll soon find out.
Because the backs have been a little bit stuck on the bigger ones, haven't
Have
they? Yeah. You'll be all right there. I was going to say as well, if you want any like pre-made bags, if you search on the web, they were on the Cartload show last night, the gift bag pads, which are really, really easy to use. They were at a great price as well. So if you like this demo and you think, oh, it'd be nice to have some pre-made bags that you just literally have to score and fold and glue, those are available if you just have a little bit of a search on the web. How are you getting on? Are they coming off?
I've not tried yet. I've got them stuck down.
Okay.
We'll soon find out.
Ooh. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, the gift bag pads I've used once or twice, John, as well, because we've got those lovely florals on there. John, that's because John's just walked in the studio then, literally, and my brain's just clocked him, and then I blame it on my age, John, honestly. I blame everything on my age now.
I've been called worse. I've been called worse, Jan.
Yeah, sorry about that, Ben.
No, it's all right.
Subconsciously, I've obviously just clocked him coming into the studio, and that was that.
He's a good-looking bloke. I'll take that. I'll take it.
Oh, dear. It's definitely going to be one of those days,
I think
isn't
it is, yeah.
And then literally, we're going to pop this on the front there, just as our little topper. So yeah, what I was going to say...
Yes.
The bags...
Sorry, he's crawling around by my legs now.
He's crawling around on the floor now. All I can see is his bottom stuck up in the air now. And we're supposed to go live. We're supposed to be live and ignore all this.
You may as well come and say hello now.
Yeah. Now, for the third time, he's here, look. What I was trying to say is the pads that we have, I know I've tried 3 times now and still not got it out. Yeah, I've used those as a template as well in the past. So those beautiful florals that we have in the pads, if you want something a bit plainer, I've just taken one off the pad and drawn round it onto a plainer piece, cut it out, and you can use them as a template for other patterns as well.
Gotcha.
But this is where we were heading today. We've got our little gift bag at the ready. We've used that lovely sentiment on the front there, and just one of many, many ways that you can use them.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And actually, Charlotte was just saying, I've used this exact die when I made Mum her Mother's Day card.
Yep.
And she said, I cut it with different coloured card to paper piece it, and it turned out lovely.
Beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, lots of different ways that you can use these. Good morning, Christine Mahoney says, good morning, day off. Yes! You say, I get to hang out and craft today. Amazing. You get to hang out with the cool cats as well, Christine, the cool cats. Jane's just wondering as well, before we move on, have you got, or can we have the dimensions of that bag, Jan? Jane's just asking.
Yes, you can. Let me just do a double check for you.
Okay. Let's have a little look for you, Jane.
Let's have a little look. It is, I think it was 5.5 or 5 3/4 from top to bottom.
Yeah.
It is 1 inch along the gusset in the side and 4 3/4 across. So 4 3/4 by 5 3/4 by 1 inch.
Okay.
But you can make them any size. I designed that around the size. I looked at the topper and tended to add about 1/4 of an inch on either side of it. So you can make them absolutely any size.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Morning, Kirsty D, who's joined us, and Sandra Dundas, who says, Ben, get the fans going in the outside. Oh, get the fans going. The outside temperature went up to 21.5 degrees by 10:15. So this afternoon, it is probably going to be hot, hot, hot in the studios.
It already is.
Fans are already on over there. I might start mine soon. It's going to be muggy, isn't it, today, with thunderstorms coming later on. So that will be another problem if it starts thundering here. But anyway, we'll tackle that problem when we come to it, if we come to it. £60 worth or $78 worth of dies here for you. You can have them for £13.60 if you're platinum, $18.40. They are brilliant, as you've seen, super versatile, and some really lovely sentiments within this set as well that you can do so many different things with. 12 dies in total. You're going to get your faith, hope, love. This one is count your blessings. It's really positive, you know, affirmations. I love these. This one's brilliant, really fun for a birthday card or, you know, whatever the celebration might be. It's time to celebrate with cake. Lots of cake. Then you've got this one, thank you for everything you do, which is the one, that's the one we just seen, isn't it? Yeah. You've also got if friends, I'm never going to read this one the same again. If friends were flowers, you'd be a weed. It actually says, I'd pick you. I'd pick you. Johnny's just gone, you could adopt that, you could adopt that. And then last but by no means least, you've got your friendship means the world to me. Love the fold back on the top of that bag, says Rebecca Davies. I never thought of doing that. And Paula Kutz says, I love these dies and I've used them for so many occasions. You two are my favourites. Paula.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, stop it. Flattery will get you everywhere. Right, now, before we move on and Jan gets ready for her next demo, last night we did a cartload show. I'm sure you were there, weren't you? You were there? I'm sure you were. We had a couple of treasure boxes. Now, the treasure box that I had over my side of the studio was the Christmas treasure box. It was so popular. It sold out way before the end of the show. Now, pulled a few strings today, you know, because I know a few people in high places. And what I've managed to do, because this was so popular, and I wanted you to be able to have a go at getting this, because if you weren't watching, you would have missed it. I've popped together a second box, a final deal on this. The only difference being here, there's one less item in the box, because you know what happens when we have these big bundles. If one item goes, it sells out the whole box. The only thing you won't get in here is the elf front and back character tag, which was in here in the first box. That sold out the original box. We've put the box back together with everything, so the value is still incredible. It's £195, $253 worth of goodies in here. You're getting for £40 or $48. Incredible value. You're saving £145 or $193. I don't think we have huge stocks of these, though. That is what I will say. So if you like the look of what you're about to get, grab it soon. You don't get the box. Sorry about that. As much as it is a lovely box, isn't it? You don't get it. Stop flashing it, Ben. If I don't get it, why are you flashing it? It's a lovely box. So this is what you're going to get. Let me show you the value, first of all, if I can. The value of your box is pretty much these. So you are going to get these winter opulence dies, really cute for creating your own little Christmas ornaments this year. If you want to be able to do that, you get the dies to do that within the box. You're also going to get a set of these stunning frosted embellishments. So a really lovely way for you to kind of finish off your Christmas makes this year. You get stamps and dies included in there. So you've got your little snowman in there, you've got little bows, you've got jingle bells, you've got some beautiful snowflakes in there as well. Those two items plus one of these, which is your fancy sentiment jingle all the way set. You're getting towards there now, the value of this box on its own. That again is stamps and dies, and you get that little die for the main word, the jingle there, which you can back beneath it. But look at all the other goodies you get in here. I'll rattle through this. You're going to get a set of stamps and dies from our vintage snowman collection. You are going to get 3 items from our Frosty and Bright set. First 2 are those little dies which create your sentiment over the top and cut into your project as well. This one I think very handy for our US friends. Happy Holidays is something that you guys say I think a lot more than we do. I don't really say Happy Holidays a lot, do we? But for our UK viewers, there you go. You've got Happy Christmas. You're also going to get my favourite Christmas tree die. I said this last night and Sarah was like, ooh, I designed this one. This is one I designed. So I was in the Boss's Good Books last night. This one's brilliant because you can cut in, cut out, and it's almost like an Edgeable / creator card, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's in there. You're going to get another set of our beautiful embellishments. So this is the woodland embellishments, where you get the deer in there. You've got that beautiful woodland background, and then the little the house in there too. Stamps and dies included for that. You're going to get another one of our fancy sentiments, stamps and dies. That's the Merry Christmas. You're going to get one of our Christmas character front and back stamp and dies, which is the little fairy. You're going to get one of the amazing layered sentiment dies. These again, I know Jan was talking about earlier, great for kind of scrap busting these, aren't they?
Yes.
So you can layer up all the different elements to create that beautiful Star of Wonder. Then you are also going to get a cut and emboss folder. It's the Christmas door, but as we discussed last night, doors are all year round, not just for Christmas. So it's a very handy cut and emboss folder to have right the year round. You've got a set of beautiful stamps here, your winter floral, so build up your own Christmas wreath. You've got little bows and sentiments in there too. And then on top of that, you're kind of getting like a mini collection of your Christmas sentiment dies, sort of similar to the ones that you've just demonstrated in a way, but
they
are.
They were just the Christmas collection as opposed to the everyday. Yeah, they work very similarly to the demo that I've just done.
So Star of Wonder with all of the detail and the sentiment on the inside. Then you've got the snowman, warm winter wishes. Then we're going to give you your Christmas tree. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Then you're going to get the little jingly bell with Jingle All the Way. And you're also going to get the beautiful Christmas wreath, which I love that, from our house to yours. And if that's not enough, for £40 or $48, all of that, we're also going to give you one of the most beautiful paper pads from Violet Studios. Jan and I were chatting about Violet Studios before the show and just saying like how many wonderful pads they brought out. And this is another great example, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. And like we were saying, there's quite a few generic pages in there as well. It's not all about the theme, is it?
That's it. At the back, as you can see here.
Foiling as well.
Yeah, beautiful. But you've got like foiled stripes in here. You've got stars as well. Again, look at that. The beautiful crescent moon and the stars. But as we go through, yeah, you get more of the sort of Christmas wreaths in here. You've got your holly and ivy, more beautiful foiling, Christmas trees in here too. So you can use these across collections. And as we get further into the pad, we get more of that sort of nutcracker story. Again, the hints of foiling in there are absolutely beautiful. Then you get loads of snippability here. So, you know, I sort of look at these and think they might be quite nice as little. If you're making your own crackers this year, for example.
Yeah, little toppers
for crackers, I think they'd be really nice. Snip into these as well if you like your fussy cutting. And again, if you like to make smaller cards, we've even included some sort of 6x6 size that you can cut into. It's a really, really lovely pad. Again here, more toppers. Value for money is incredible. I love the Violet Studio range. I love that pad. I love this collection. So pleased that I could bring it back for you. Oh, did I mention you also get a tape pen as well in there? I don't know if I did, but you do. £40 or $48 for all of that. That's amazing value for money, isn't it? Incredible.
I've actually got I was sat with my mouth open then because I thought it was like Mary Poppins' bag, that one. He was just kept going and going and going.
Oh, yes. Oh. And 50 bonus points on that as well.
Okay, yeah.
Yikes.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, exactly why wouldn't you? Even if you've got a few of the items that are in there.
Share it out with crafty friends. If you run classes, it's brilliant for anything like that. If you teach craft classes, you've got plenty to go at. You know, Secret Santas, anything like that. If you do that amongst your crafty community, just think it's the best time to buy when it's on an offer like that.
Absolutely is, and especially when you're saving £145 or $193. What a great price, says Jane L. Safdie. I know.
Yep.
And Janie Crawford says, I've moved out and not unpacked my crafts yet. You're inspiring me to unpack and get organised so I can get back to card making. Well, if that's what we're doing today, that is brilliant. Talking about great prices, and producer Johnny tells me that these are flying out the door today. A 4-piece collection of your Illustrator pens. It's 24 pens in total. Look at the price, £24 or $44. If you're platinum, it works out, can you believe this, 93 pence per pen or $2.11 per pen for artist quality, top-notch Illustrator pens. And Sarah always sort of describes these as the kind of like almost like the pens to aspire to, you know. But I think for anybody looking to kind of either carry on their journey with alcohol markers, or maybe you've come off the back of the Academy of Colour and you're looking to kind of, you know, choose which pen you're going to work with next. These are fantastic. And of course, the illustrators give you that dual-ended design, so you've got your ultra-fine nib and then that brush nib, Jan. And for people perhaps who are new to these, that brush nib is brilliant, isn't it, for practicing what we call like the flicking technique?
The flicking technique, and the point on it is so fine that you can still get into those little tiny colouring spaces. So don't think, oh, I need to have a larger area to colour.
Yeah.
The way it's been designed, yes, you can add the colour down quickly if you wish, but I know when I've used them, literally the tiniest little areas you can get in with just the point of the pen. I love that brush tip. I think I loved it when they added the brush tip to the tri-blends. Yeah. That just made my day. Icing on the cake. Yeah, well, you know that I love my tri-blends, but when they did the tri-blend brushes, oh, yes, heaven.
But I think it's a great price as well. Maybe if you need to kind of stock up on your illustrators, like I said, if you are, I don't know, maybe more of a watercolorist and maybe more of a tri-blend user and you've never tried the illustrators before, this is a great way to dip your toe in the water because you're giving you 4 packs here, 6 sets in total. So you've got your earth, which is more of your sort of landscapey colours, if you like. You've got your tones in there as well. Lots of your sort of purples and blue shades in here. Then you've got your essentials. That one's a handy one to have because that one's things like, says putting his glasses on, but you've got like your greys in there, which are always handy colours to have, aren't they?
They are. If you like to do your sort of your shading and blending with your alcohol markers, then the greys are a good one for toning a colour down. Yeah,
you've got greys, you've got your browns in there. Oh, you've also got your blender pen in there too.
Which you've seen me use a lot. I wouldn't be without mine. I need a new one actually, so mine's getting a little bit dry.
Roll up, Jan. Get this deal, get this deal. Then we've also popped in some of your hues in there as well. So you've got like your cocktail pink and there's a beautiful amber and gold in there as well. It's 24 pens in total. Very, very busy for these yesterday. Busy for these again today. £24, $44 platinum, 93p per pen or $2.11 if you're shopping in the US. We're going to give you a bit of an opportunity right now to check out your baskets because we're very busy again today. There's so much on the web and so much to contend with. There's codes to be had, which you'll find out more about on the web. There's a add more, save more event going on as well, which you'll find out more about on the web. There's the end of the Tis the Season sale. There's all the goodies that we've got coming up for you in Masterclass and Craft Vault. I'll leave you for about 3 or 4 minutes to get your head around all of that on the website and check out your baskets, and Jan and I will come back with more inspiration in just a moment.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comforts of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some other customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out your baskets. Have you all checked out the web as well and got your head around all of the deals? Hopefully you have. If you need me to explain anything, feel free to ask and I'll do my very best for you, but there's loads of reasons to shop today. Sandra Dundas says, I'm hoping my penguins are in one of today's parcels. That's penguin stamps, not actual penguins. So I can spend the weekend in a colouring coma with my shimmer sprays, aqua pens and pencils and tri-blends. Sandra, if you're using those new penguins, if they do arrive, do make sure to use the moustache that you get with them as well. And a quick question just before we move on. Sandra's asking about the blender. The blender pen.
Yeah.
Says, Jan, can you refill the Classic and Illustrator blender pen? Is there a refill, or what type of alcohol would you use? You know?
That's a very good question. I don't know whether I've seen a plain blender re-inker. I would need to check that out, Sandra. That is a good question. I certainly wouldn't be putting anything other than a Spectrum Noir alcohol in it. There are other alcohols out there. You've seen us use the isopropyl alcohol when we're using the re-inkers as a decorative element. But I will need to check that out. I can't say as I've ever noticed a plain re-inker, but then I haven't looked for one. And that would be worth knowing because my blender pen is getting very dry. I will check that out and see what I can find out.
Thank you. Leave it with us, Sandra.
Yeah.
Leave it with us. Next up, our masterclass later on, of course, is all about sentiment. This is an absolute steal for the layerable, cuttable sentiment dies. 55 dies in total. That's the usual price, $47.94, $59.70. Look at today's price. That's incredible. That's like, that must be another 70%. That is unreal. £11.20 or $13.60. And as we've said, these are absolutely brilliant. Again, for putting your sentiment at the forefront of your project, but great for kind of using up those scraps. If you've got, bits and pieces popped away, offcuts that you've not used from a particular project, and you've popped it in your gubbins box, you've popped elsewhere in your stash, and you're thinking, what on earth am I going to use these for? This is the set to go for. Because again, look at that. I mean, a really, really beautiful card. So kind of simple in its approach, isn't it, really? With a bit of matting and layering, some lovely papers, using one of the like a nesting die to create that the back piece, and then just layering up the dies on top of each other. I think that's so much fun and so easy to use. This one I love as well. Look at that. Just again, very simple in its approach, but looks fantastic. Just using a bit of craft card, using a bit of glitter card in there as well. So this is it. It's the kind of set that's going to help you to use up all of those bits and pieces of the card that you might just have lying around thinking, what on earth am I going to do with them? This is the set to definitely go for because you get so many different sentiments and dies that you can work with. Let me show you all of them that you're going to get in this collection. Something for every occasion. So you've got your Let's Party, and as we'll see with Jan, because she's going to demonstrate these in just a second, you get like your main sort of outline die, if you like, and then it's almost like putting like a little crafty jigsaw puzzle together, isn't it, really?
It is, yeah. That's a good way to describe it.
So you've got Let's Party. That's 9 dies. You have got You Make My Heart Happy. Aww. You've got this one I like, Hip Hip Hooray. Again, there's 12 dies there again. There's your main outer die and all the bits and pieces that you can pop in and apply. Thanks a bunch. You have got, as you saw on that card I just showed you a second ago, Just For You. And then lastly, this is quite cute. I think this would look quite nice on a, maybe like a home decor piece as well. Wow. Home is where the heart is. Never. Never.
Wait while 2 o'clock, Ben.
Wait, I love the way you say that. Lily, wait while. Wait while.
Wait while 2 o'clock.
Wait while 2 o'clock. Well,
wait until 2 o'clock.
No, don't change it. I love it. Lily said it yesterday. She says the same as you.
It's obviously a Yorkshire thing, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
Wait while 2 o'clock.
Wait while 2 o'clock.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Great minds and all that.
That is, great minds think alike. But great prices as well today. £11.20, $13.60 for that collection is incredible. And again, Jan, if you're kind of new to crafting, this is a really, really fun collection to have a play with, isn't it?
It is, and I'm just going to bring this in as well because pretty much all of the elements fit through your little die cutting machine. So if you've got the Mini or any of the other smaller machines, the bulk of them fit through the Mini, and I'm going to use that in the demo as well. Yeah.
Right.
So, shall we do that?
Yes, thanks a bunch.
Charlotte's here. Look, she's here already.
She's already
So,
in.
I didn't realise until I've just pulled this one out, because I did the prep at different times, that we did thanks on the first one, and then I've picked the thanks out of this one. So I'm obviously in a very thankful mood
I think
today.
you are, yeah.
So yeah, thanks a bunch. And like Ben said, it's made up of lots of different components that you cut out and piece back together. Really quite fun. And again, useful for cards, for gifts, for home decor, scrapbooking. They go right across the board. They are quite nice. Gives you an idea of the size. So this one, when it's all made up, is just under 4 inches wide by just under 3 inches in height. So again, a nice size. This is the largest piece. So what I'm actually going to do is bring in literally the scraps. So I've got lots of bits and pieces that I've pulled out of my scrap box and we're just going to cut some of these pieces out. So I've got the brown for the base.
Yep.
I'm going to cut the bunch in pink. I've got thanks in cream. And then I've already done the little, I didn't put any green in, there's the little flower stem. And then I'm going to cut a couple of the flowers in the pink there. Okay, so as I say, great if you're wanting to get the scraps sorted out. So again, bring in the Mini and literally use my folder there, and these will pop inside. And as I say, the bulk of them will actually go through those little die cutting machines. So you've got them there. And it means you can sit and cut all the pieces out maybe while you're sat watching TV at night. Keep them in some little envelopes or little packets, and then they're ready there to put together when you go back in the craft room. So you can see we've got that outline. So it's going to be this way round, and it's actually designed so that all the other pieces sit nicely, and I'll show you what I mean with that when we've got those cut out. So we're going to do a bunch. And let's see if we can get a couple of the flowers in as well.
They're fun sets, these as well, to do crafting with the kids. We, at home, it's from quite a few Christmases ago actually, a little set similar to this where you would cut out all the different elements of the Christmas characters.
Yes.
And Daisy and I had that. And again, we just used the MIDI and create some lovely Christmas cards one year. And, like, she loved it, like choosing the different colours and then being able to stick it all together. So they're quite sort of kid-friendly as well, aren't they?
They are, yeah. And as I say, with the Mini, I mean, you don't have to use the Mini. You can use any of your die-cutting machines, but I just like the fact that they do fit through here, and it brings a different level of crafting, because you don't have to be in your craft room, you don't have to be near your master machine that you're using. And yeah, for the kiddies, you know, they can decide what colour they want to work with. And if you've got them all cut out ready, you know, dotty tape pen in hand, and you're all good to go.
Lots of fun.
So we've got our bunch there, which I'll come back to in a second. We've got a couple of little flowers. Okay, and you can see how all the different colours start to join together. And then I'll show you, I'll cut the thanks out, but because I want to show you how to line this up. So we'll just pop that one through as well. And there's always a guideline on the packaging if you want to see how something goes together, but I'll show you how I use this one to line it up. So I'm actually going to pop this on top of a gift box. So just make sure you've got all your lettering and that none of it's sort of escaped in your folder or anything like that. Pop all the bits to one side. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to bring, well, we'll pop this together first. So again, whether you want to use your tape pen or whether you want to use your wet glue. I must admit, I like to use the wet glue. Just gives me that little bit of extra insurance, and not that the tape pens aren't strong enough, but it means that you can just wriggle it into place.
I always worry as well, like with the dotty tape pens, with something sort of as fine as that bunch
You've got to be careful not to snag the die cut. Yeah. So all I do is just little tiny dots, you know, here and there. It doesn't need to be, you know, stuck down like it's never going anywhere. I've got some grey bits on my glue there. Yeah, just a little tiny dots wherever you want the glue. And then, I don't know what's going off with my glue. I don't know if it's the heat or what. I've got some stringy bits in it. Oh. And then I tend to just blot it so that you've not got no large blobs of it that are going to squeeze out. And then again, you know, the tweezers are your friend.
Yeah.
So when you have a look at the design, and as I say, keep the packaging in mind because it shows you quite clearly there how it all fits together. But this is going to start at this side here, and again, it's designed to have that slight border around the outside, and you can see the bottom. And then I'm going to skip this bit, and I'm going to line the U up and the N with the bottom of the die cut.
Okay.
And then you can see the C, and they all just snuggle into place nicely with that light border around it. And then obviously you've got other elements that you can fit in place. So there are room for 3 of the large flowers.
Okay.
So 1 up here, 2, 3 together, and then you would have your stem coming down into here.
Yeah. And
then there's also room for a couple, 1 here and 1 here of the small flowers. And then with regards to the lettering, if you can manage to keep it in your die, which I haven't done, some of mine's come out, but if you keep the lettering in the die, let me just pop those back in for a second. They might fall out when I turn it over, but you'll get the idea of what I mean. So I've got thanks. And then the T's there.
Okay, piecing it back in, yeah.
Yeah, as I say, try and keep them in the die. It's mine, because I took it out, they've come out. As I say, they might fall out. But what I tend to do with this is, again, have a look at your picture and you can see that this has just run along that top edge. And again, you've got the shaping here. We've got the flat bit for the top of the T, and then you've got the little tiny dimples here where the rest of the letters are going to fit into. So what I tend to do is pop this, as I say, if you can keep them in the die, pop this in place across the top of the die, and then just poke them out. So poke them out with your pokey tool. If you put a little bit of glue on the back of them first, and you'll find, now they're not coming back out again, because I've pressed them in with my finger.
Yeah.
The idea is that they will literally line up in the right place.
Yeah.
So you can see here, I've lost, oh, it's there. Come out. But you can see how with the top edge of the die there, they all fit nicely together.
That's it.
Now, again, I tend to, and I'm very naughty at this, and I would suggest that you try a little test area. But for those little tiny letters, I tend to pop a bit of glue on my hand.
Okay.
And I use my tweezers with the letters and literally just pick up the glue off my hand. But please try. If you've not done that before, or if you have sensitive skin, just try it. Don't lather your hand up in glue.
Yeah.
But basically, once you've got everything in place, you can see where we're sort of heading with it. So I've got different colours to cut the flowers out. That was the stem, which I've put in first so that the writing goes over the top.
Yeah.
And then you can see how I've got that thanks and the other little bit. And I've just added some pearls to the centre of those. You could add, you could actually cut, if you cut these in different colours, you could cut the little centrepiece and pop that in an opposite colour, you know, so you can mix and match them like so. But basically, you've then got a topper that you can do whatever you wish with. So what we're going to do is pop this on top of a little gift box. So I've prepped this ready, and I've put some foam pads on the back, and we've got the gift box pretty much at the ready. I just need to finish it off because I didn't want to spend an age just sticking all this together. So we're going to have a matte layer on here, and I've used craft card for my matte layer because the base of my box is going to be in craft. So we've got craft card at the bottom and then the pink for the lid. So this is as far as I've got so far. That's the front and that's the back. Okay, so we'll stick that one down first, and I'm going to go with the all-purpose glue again on there. You can use your tape pens if you wish, if you prefer to use finger lift tape, anything like that. It's your chosen glue. So this one's going to go on here, and then I am basically just going to put the topper on the front like so.
Pretty.
But before I do that,
Yeah.
I'm going to pop the rest of the box together, because I actually want to make it, instead of a box and a lid, I'm actually going to stick, this is why I've taken the corners away from here, I'm going to stick this one onto the back so that it's actually a lift up box.
Yeah.
So I've popped some tape just on the back of here.
I love the base of the box, the inside of the box.
Yeah,
Is that the
again, you
embossing
know,
folder?
just normally I would usually put a piece of the pattern paper to match, but I didn't have enough of it left.
Yeah.
So this is actually a piece that's left over from the lid. This was a bigger piece, and I've just popped it through an embossing folder.
That's cute.
And then what I'm going to do is stick this piece to the back of the box here. So I just want to get that lined up as best I can. Let me just pop it round the edges, and then that'll fit better. There we go. And then I actually want to stick this down so that it opens up like a little pizza style box. When I've got it lined up in the right place will be good. There we go. I think that'll work. Yep. And then just give that a quick press down to seal that adhesive. And then this is going to fold round, and we're going to stick the front pieces together.
Nice.
So again, I will pop, I'll go for a little bit of tacky glue on here. Again, you can use your tapes. I often use red line tape for the boxes, as you know. For some reason, I haven't put any on here. Probably got called away or something like that. Who knows? And then I'm just going to tuck those in, and then I'm going to fold it around the rest of the box so that I know I've got room for that to open, and then line those up to stick. So we'll just hold those for a second, and then take the foam pad stickers off here. So hopefully, now these were out of my, and I know they were misbehaving the other day.
Oh, no, these ones are misbehaving.
I think the longer you
Oh dear,
have
oh dear,
them,
oh dear.
the harder it is to get the backs off. I've come to that conclusion because some of mine I've had in my sort of adhesive cupboard quite a while.
Yeah.
And I've found that the older they are, I don't know what it is, whether it's the glue, but the older they are, sometimes the harder it is to get the backs off. These are not too bad. There we go. And then I'm just going to pop, again, you know me, a little bit of tacky glue on there for insurance. Not that they're not sticky.
No.
It's just that longevity, and it gives you that second or two if you don't quite get it right in the right place. So that one's going to go on the top like so. And I think that's all stuck together now. So yeah, just a really, really sweet little gift box. You can see there. And then because we've stuck it together at the back, it's just got that open up like a pizza box that's all joined together. So whatever gift you fancy in there. And just another way to use those sentiments.
Yeah. That is incredible. I love that. I love the colours you've used there. And again, the kind of thing that you can create, whether you're using these, you know, to make your cards, make your little invites that we've got here, or indeed, like we're seeing just there as well, popping together little sentiments to go on, you know, gift bags for a party. I just think they're so super versatile, and you can use them for so many different occasions, and absolutely brilliant. Oh, I love that one as well. You've even got a little shaker element in that one there. Just a great way for you to be able to bust those scraps. If you've got lots of scraps at home, you think, what can I do with them? This is actually, I think, one of the best collections that you can go for, because again, look at that. Really, really easy to piece these together and create some fabulous cards, putting the sentiment at the heart of your project, be it a card, be it a box, be it a home decor piece, which we are going to be seeing a little bit later on this afternoon in masterclass from 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. But these are the dies that you're going to be getting, the 6-piece selection. It actually totals 55 dies in total for £11.20 or £13.60. Worth bearing in mind as well, with the various codes that we've got running, that code summer you can still use on the majority of items on the web, so you can get another 5 off that if you haven't yet used it, bringing this down to a ridiculous deal, $6.20 or $8.60 if you're platinum. We've also got as well spend more, save more on the web, which again is for today. So the more items you pop in your basket, the more you can save. So 10% off 5 or more items, you can use that code BASKET5. 15% off 7 or more items with code BASKET7. Or 20% off 10 or more items in your basket with your code BASKET10. So that's all there for you. Terms and conditions apply. But so many reasons to be shopping today. All of these you're going to get, though, quickly rattle through these. You've got home is where the heart is. You're also going to get just for you. Thanks a bunch, which is the one we saw Jan using just there on that beautiful box. Hip hip hooray. You make my heart happy. And you've got let's party. $11.20 or $13.60, 70% off. And like I said, there's loads of 70% deals right across the website and indeed on that Tis the Season sale, which we are going to be bringing some of the best deals from in our craft vault a little bit later on. Now, as I mentioned, Cartload last night was so busy. For those of you that didn't manage to get on the show, I've brought you back some of the deals which are left. We did have 4 treat bags. I think this is one of the only ones that we sort of have a little bit of stock remaining in. £80 or $95 worth of value in this bag for £20 or $24. Incredible. And the value, this is one that Sarah had last night actually, the value is actually right there. In those swing cards. They are They are absolutely brilliant, allowing you to create that really cool effect where by when you open the card, you get the circle or the hexagon swinging around. So it's a great way for you again to be able to reveal like a message. Maybe you've got like a message on one side and then a photo on the other. It's really, really clever how this works. And also it's just a really nice set of nesting dies as well that you can manipulate out of the main die. So it's really, really very handy indeed. You've got your hexagon, you've got your circle in there as well. That's pretty much the value of your bag for £20 or $24, but then you get all of these other goodies as well. And yes, we have kind of like titled this as a masculine bag, but you know, there's nothing to stop you using that in a card for a lady. There's nothing too much, you know. But you know what blokes are like. Us blokes, like cards. I mean, I like a card that does something. So I think that's why that's in there. You know, maybe, with the card opening up, and you go, woo, look, little spiral pop out. Lots of fun, you see. You're also going to get this set from the Autumn Blessings collection. That again, you know, yes, more of a masculine feel to it, but great for your autumn cards, Thanksgiving cards as well, Harvest Festival, because you've got all of those beautiful stamps in there, and then the dies to be able to cut those out too. But there's tons more in here, right? You're going to get, alongside that, one of our fantastic cut-in, cut-out dies. We only launched these about a month ago, didn't we? 6 weeks ago?
Yes, yeah, we did.
Maybe 2 months, but that's already ended up into this amazing mystery bag. And then you're also going to get a couple of our scene pop-out dies as well, and these really are brilliant. You've got the Go Camping, which I know Sarah's going to be doing next week, isn't she? She was talking about that last night. So you've got that fantastic little camping scene, and then you've also got your party vibes as well. So, do you know what? The more I look at this and think, yeah, it is a masculine bag, you know, because, you know, you've got to entertain the blokes in your life a little bit more and have something as a surprise inside the card. So that's why we've got all of these pop-out things and spiral things to keep us blokes entertained. You're also getting a really cute dragonfly in there as well, I must add. But all of that for £20 or $24, I think you'll agree, Jan, again, that's an incredible buy, isn't it?
Stunning value.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some nice dies in there as well. I like the ones that have the movement in.
Yeah, it's fun. Masculine, yes, but for everybody as well, yes. £80 or $95, that's what it would cost you if you popped all of those into your basket separately. But don't do that. £20 or $24 for that bag, but we are running low on those too. And also worth bearing in mind that on the show last night we had a big saving, and you'll still find some savings on our card and paper, up to 30% off selected lines. So if you have got storage issues, then these are absolutely perfect. Your 12 by 12 paper handlers from Totally Tiffany. Do you know what? Kind of solved a problem here. I think if you've got one of those, what are those units called?
Kallax.
Sort of perfect size for that, really, aren't they?
They are. I've got those in mine. You can fit, I think you can fit 4.
Oh, okay.
If I remember rightly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've got 4 in mine. I've got two of my cubes is full of those with all the paper pads in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I turn my paper pads on their side and I write the name on the spine.
Oh, okay.
So that I can see what they are. So I have
Like
I have it that way round with the short side at the front. And then when I put the paper pad in it, I'll turn it on its side so that the spine's showing at the front.
Yeah.
And then I just write the name of the paper pad down the spine.
We've actually done that on a couple of those there as well, actually, so that's a really good idea to do it. But it's going to hold. I mean, this has got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 5 of our 12 by 12 pads in there. I mean, they're big pads as well. What's that, 90? There's almost like about 200 sheets right there. But they're clever for the fact that whether you store this way or that way, you've got the little indentation there so you can pull them off the shelf. And what's really clever about the paper handlers, of course, is that built into the sides, you have got your little handles as well, hence the name paper handler. So if you do need to take these with you as well, you've got the little handles there to carry it around with you. They're clear again, so white clean if you do have any spillages on these. And again, for the most part, when you get these off the shelf, you can see exactly what's in them too. As I say, carry them around perfect. When you want to store them again, you can pop the handles back down and that can go back on your shelf. You actually get 5 in this particular deal. So it's 5 of your 12 by 12 paper handlers for £20 instead of $34.95 or $39. $31.20 if you're shopping in the US and you're platinum. And you're going to get 50 bonus points. Bonus points like they're going out of style today. So a great reason for you to be stocking up on these. Great for storage. I say if you've got loads of paper pads. I know you've got lots of paper pads, so that is a fantastic, fantastic price for that. We're going to have a quick break, give you opportunity to check your baskets out. Don't forget, on the web, explore all of the new little pages which have popped up. You can check back on the Cartload show last night. You can see the Tis the Season sale, last day of that today. And of course, you can find out about more of the add more, save more. There's tons on there as well, plus all of those codes. Do have a look. We'll give you 3 or 4 minutes and we'll come back with some of the deals which we're going to be bringing to you on Craft Vault later on this evening, but we'll see you in just a moment.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right? Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly how he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. part, and it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for all the comments coming through. I need to make that box, says Alicia, to put cards and envelopes in. And Charlotte says, I love that Jan has a whole cupboard for her adhesives.
I do. Well, I say cupboard, it's one of my little squares.
Little cupboard
in my unit, yeah. One of my little unit squares has got a door on, and all the adhesives, all the stock. And as I take the last one out, that's when I have to put an order in for some new ones. So I've got wet glues, I've got tapes, I've got double-sided sticky, I've got, you name it, anything that's sticky goes in that little bit.
Wow.
Do try to be organised. It doesn't always look that way when you look through the door.
It's all very, it's like, no,
but I do try.
You know, like they have in the library, the Dewey Decimal System?
Yes.
You've got the Gluey Decimal System.
The Gluey.
Just thought of that. Yeah, very organised. What a good idea. Just loads of lovely comments coming in about that box. Love the outline word dice, says Michelle. And Terry Anderson says, how did Daisy do in her performance? She did very well. The kids did a performance of Matilda at Daisy's school. Yeah. So I had a half day on Wednesday to go and see it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it was brilliant. She was in the chorus.
I used to love going to the school plays, must admit. Yeah. It
was quite funny because there was obviously, they don't have like, they don't do drama as a subject there. So there was obviously just a lot of kids who just enjoyed doing it. It wasn't like the drama department, so they all had a go. But you could tell there were a few kids who were absolutely loving being in it, but there was also a few kids who'd obviously been forced by somebody to be in it, who weren't as happy to be there. But I love watching Daisy because I probably told you in the past, she was so shy and so quiet when she was little, but she always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And so she sort of came to me when she was about 6 or 7, and I sort of helped her and gave her the push. And now to see her on stage,
brilliant.
It warms me heart, Jan. It does. It warms me heart. Anyway, let's get back to the pick of the day, which is the Totally Tiffany Craft and Carry workstation. Always popular, these, always popular. They are particularly good, you know, if you haven't got your own crafty space, you know, if you haven't got a craft room, they're great because when you're not using them, you can fold them up and stash them away. But when you are using them, well, A, this one looks the business because it's pink. But B, look at how much room you've got in here. As our Leanne would say, these are capacious, and you've kind of got spaces for lots of different bits and pieces of your crafty tools. You know, for bigger things like, you know, paper pads, that mouth you've got at the back there is absolutely huge for popping in those. Maybe plates for your various machines. I've seen you guys before even putting things like your guillotines in these as well, you know?
Yeah. Scoreboard,
like stamping platforms, and you've got the big space there at the top, and then you've even got a space at the back as well, again, for more plates or papers or whatever it might be. As you can see, like on the sort of shelves further down here, you've got loads of room, and then you've got these little tabs too, so if you do decide that you don't want those in place, you can simply unhook those and create even a bigger space to pop in other different bits and pieces. So you've got total sort of customization with this as well. And just to prove there's kind of space for everything, more space here and more space around the side. Those nets, they hold a lot, don't they?
They do, yes.
Plenty of tools can go in the side of those, you know, your pens as well. They really do stretch to kind of a big size. So it's absolutely perfect for storing all of those bits and pieces. I know people who have got multiples of these, because you guys have told me on the socials that, you know, you've got one maybe for, people have these like for different projects that they're working on.
Accessories, or one for, you know, for die cutting. It could be work in progress. Yeah, so everything you need for a particular project, collect it together, pop it in your workspace, and then use that. And then once you've done, in an ideal world, you tidy it all away again. In a jam world, you just end up with piles all over the floor. And then I usually have a mammoth day clearing everything up because I can't get in there anymore, yes.
Yeah, but the idea is there. You know.
It is. What I love about this is when you, I know I've said this before, Ben, when we've had these on, it's like depending on what you put in there. So for example, if you'd got maybe 3 or 4 paper pads in the back of there, plus your plates for your Gemini in that back pocket, whatever you've got in the front, if you had that all over your desk, it would take up a massive space. Whereas the footprint on these, that is literally how much room it's taking up on your desk. So you've got everything in there to hand, and you've still got all your desk space to work on, instead of that little 6-inch square club that we all work in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's absolutely that and more. And the thing is, today, we give you the paper pad for free. This is your blush plaid paper pad, which we launched, again, not too long ago. And we're already now giving you this for free. I think out of the 2 that we did launch, I like this because kind of the plaid designs come in colours that I don't know why I wouldn't necessarily expect plaid to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you've got I always look at that one as the warm tones.
Yeah.
And then the other one that we brought
cool?
out with it as the cool tones, yeah.
Yeah. But you're going to get 36 sheets in there. I think you've got 12
reminds me of those.
3 of each.
My nan used to have plastic tablecloth covers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that you're quite clean.
Yeah.
And they used to do those in those tartan prints as
Did
well.
they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's free, anyway, in this bundle. Pick of the day. Double points as well, by the way. $23.99 or $27.99 is your platinum price on that. Right, Craft Vault tonight. Craft Vault is coming your way, and it's kind of a wrap-up show. As far as our 'Tis the Season sale is concerned, that's been running for well over a week now. All the deals are still there for you, and you can still use that code on the 'Tis the Season sale as well. So many codes today. Extra 5 will get you an extra 5% off the items that are within that sale. What we've done for the Craft Vault is brought you some of the bundles of single items that are within that sale, like, for example, these double-sided layerable Edgeables. This is an incredible deal. This is an incredible deal. These are $12.99 each, and you're getting 3 for £8.80 or $12. And let's just reiterate this again. This is patented technology.
It is.
Or patented. You won't get this anywhere else. It's so super duper clever in the fact that you get one die, right? One die that cuts this and this. I mean, super duper clever. So what you will need, by the way, before I carry on, and the last time I checked, the junior plates were out of stock, but the Gemini ones were in stock. You'll need those double-sided plates for the pressure that you need to be able to make these work. But they're absolutely brilliant at cutting this and this to create this. So you're going to get the delightful decorations. Jan can show you those plates in just a second as well, actually. Then you've got your string of lights. Not necessarily, you know, these are obviously going to use them at Christmas, but again, you know, a perfect thing to have for all sorts of celebratory and birthday cards. And then you've also got, this is brilliant, the Christmas trees, the trio of trees. So, and look at the die itself. I mean, that is amazing, isn't it? It's going to cut you the 3 trees here, and then on the other side, it's going to cut you the pattern to be working with. I just think these are absolutely incredible. And look, the kind of things that you can do with these as well, I just think is great. And for £8.80, $12 today, if you're a Platinum member, I urge you to jump in and snap these up. I really like that one as well, actually, because it's used various elements and then just used one of the other elements in the gold mirror card there as an extra piece. But very clever, but you will need those plates, won't you, that you've got over there?
Yes, they are a must, purely because your die has got a cutting edge on both sides.
Yeah.
So if you used your normal plates, if I just demonstrate with these, for example, we would normally put our die onto here, and then we would add these shims in the middle. So because it's got a cutting side on each side, you're not only going to cut against your cutting plate, you're going to cut into your shim. So it is really important that you have those double-sided plates, whether you have a full set, set of A4, or whether you have the smaller ones for the junior. So these actually act as the sandwich. You will still need your 2 outside plates, so either your clear ones if you're using the old system, or the white plates if you've got the new Gemini 2. And then these are going to sandwich inside.
Yeah.
So you've got a cut plate here and a cut plate here to absorb the pressure from that die. So I'll show you what I mean with them for real. I'm going to use that trio of trees. I hadn't actually seen these before.
Oh, okay.
No, these must have escaped me last year, and I saw this and I thought, what a brilliant design.
Yeah.
So yes, I chose this one to use, and I'll show you the metal work. Like Ben says, you just get the one piece.
It's so clever.
It is very, very clever, and I think this is why it got patented, so that no one else could share it. So yes, it is exclusive to Crafter's Companion. So your one piece of metal has got a cutting edge on both sides. So one side is going to cut the detail into your card, and we've labelled them up as edgeables because it's got a cutting edge all the way around the outside. This piece on this side of the die is actually sort of obsolete. It's where the other side comes in. So that doesn't actually do anything. It's lower down than the rest of the cutting edge. When you flip it, you've got that same piece again that's sort of obsolete, but you've got the detail here that cuts the outlines out to then layer over the top of the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one of my plates and one of those double-sided plates. And then I've got a piece of cardstock that I'm going to use for my card blank. And I chose a nice green, seeing as it's a tree design. And what I've done is I've just marked roughly where I want to line up my die, because you've got that nice straight edge to line it up with. And I'm going to go with the background of the trees into the cardstock. So all I'm going to do, I've put a pencil line, little pencil mark at top and bottom. My card is slightly bigger than the die. So I am going to have a little bit left at the top, but I don't mind that. And then it is important to get these in position.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is pop, oops, I lost the end of my tape. I'm going to use this spare piece down here. And I'm just going to use the edge of my packet to line this up, because as I say, I've drawn the line. There we go. Like so, so that they're straight. And I'm going to use this piece here at the bottom so that it doesn't cut through the design. And then I've got a second piece of coordinating cardstock that I want to cut the outlines. So this piece, this is a piece of linen cardstock, so I want the linen card to be the right side. So I'm literally going to invert it before I put it over here. And then I'm going to line this one up with the card as well. And I'm going to tape that one down so that that doesn't move. And I'm just going to tape that over the edge onto the plates. I'm not too worried about that. Just pop it on so that it stays in place.
Yeah.
Then you need your other double-sided plate, because this is going to cut up through this layer. If you use your normal plates, you're going to damage your shims from the normal set of plates. And then the top layer would be your second cutting plate, whether it's a white one or a clear one. And then we're going to pass through the machine. So my die's at that end. I'm going to pop that end in first, pass it through the machine. And the idea is the pressure, because it's squeezing that die, you're going to get a cut on both sides at the same time. Just blows me away.
It's incredible.
Absolutely blows me away. So it saved you a whole pass through the machine.
Yeah.
If you were doing this on a smaller plate, on the junior plate sizes, obviously it's going to be even quicker, but I just wanted this all in one place. And then I can release the tape off here. And we end up with what we need for our design. Okay. So those two are my two double-sided. That's the edge one. So if we take these off now, we've got, this one cuts out completely here. And you've got a lovely edge piece.
Oh yes, because you've got the three that side, haven't you? Yeah.
So just take out the little pieces in the middle, and you've got a real nice outline. Now this can be done in any colour. I love the one that you've just shown, Ben, where this edging was done in the gold.
Yeah.
Look really pretty. You get a freebie, which is the bit that's come, it's actually the waste out of here, but I'm going to use that bit in the design as well. And then when we turn it over and take this away, you can see here how it's cut into my card blank. All right, so let's just get rid of all the bits and pieces. And then all I'm going to do is cut from my pencil line here.
Okay.
Literally.
Just to say as well, we've got less than 50 of these remaining.
I'm not surprised.
It's a great opportunity to try. As I say, I will have a quick look, but I think the double-sided plates are still available, just in the larger size though.
If you want to save these for decoration, you've got a gorgeous set of little stars, which are waste elements, but I am actually going to take all the pieces out of here. You can see how they've all cut perfectly. If you've got your die brush, you can use that. So yeah, just one pass and it cuts both sides of the die. So you'll always need 2 pieces of cardstock in there, whether they're complementary colours or coordinated, however you want to do it. So you've got your outline, you've got your background, and then this one is cut exactly the right size to just sit over the top.
Brilliant.
Okay, and that's exactly what I've done. I did this at home ready and I've stuck it all down and I've actually scored it to make myself a 5 3/4 square card. So this is going to be the front edge here and I've stuck that outline there. And then what I thought I would do is pop this one on the back so that when we look through one of the trees, we've got a little bit of darker element showing as opposed to the spaces. So that's going to come in there. And then talking of those plaids, I had actually got the other colour tone out.
Oh, yes.
And I've cut a piece of that. That's going to go inside here. But just before I stick that down, I want to just dress this front piece here. And I've got, because I've got the plaid paper pad, I went through the ribbon collection and I've got a little bit of plaid ribbon left over from last year. So rather than trying to mat and layer that piece, because it's less than 1 inch wide on the way I've designed it, I thought we'd literally just add a piece of ribbon on there. So I've got my tape at the ready to remind, because you know what I'm like, I always forget to add the ribbon in until I've finished and realise I should have put that in there first. So this one's going to go around there like so. And then I decided that I wasn't keen on all the showings inside, so I've just taken a scrap of the green.
Clever.
And we're literally just going to put that inside so that we've got, it's nice and neat in there.
Just to ask, I knew this question would crop up, and obviously the double-sided plates have been designed to use with the Gemini. Susan's just asking, could you use these with other machines? Is it a case of checking the instruction manual? I mean,
Now,
we can't advise for or
fairly
against.
certain when these launched that Leanne said that they had been designed specifically for our Gemini range. So if you have other machines out there, obviously it's entirely up to you what you try. We can't advise you on that. We can't recommend it. They were designed for the Gemini. And because we patented the design, the double-sided design, they do work perfectly in our Geminis.
What we can recommend, though, is if you haven't got a Gemini, get one.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. So we've got those at the ready, and then I'm going to just pop this one inside. So again, simple matting and layering with that darker colour, and the darker colour card is what I use to do the outline trees in so that it all coordinates. And then I want to pop that one in the back like so. And then I thought we'd just pop this one behind that tree, and I think it'll just give it a little bit of extra colour on the front. So I'm going to put my glue on here so that I don't get glue where the holes are.
Okay.
I just want a little bit in there just to secure it, and then this one is going to lay. And it's just a way of using, you know, you don't have to use that extra piece, but I just thought, why not, seeing as it's there.
Loads of love for these coming in. Betty's ordered them. She says, I've got these coming, I can't wait.
They're lovely. All 3 designs, I was really struggling as to which one to use, to be honest, because they're all nice. So again, that's just going to give me some colour behind that base tree. Okay. And I've got a little bit of ribbon left over, so I thought we'd do a cheats bow on that one.
A what?
A cheats bow.
Oh, a cheats bow.
Yeah, it's just a little tie instead of a bow.
Oh, good. Yeah, I like that.
Yep, so it gives the idea that there's something there, but it wasn't long enough to actually cut and tie as a bow. So we're just going to do it like so, so that you've got the idea that there's a bow there, but it's not really a bow.
Yeah.
And then I just added, you know, I've just had a rummage through the old stash and literally just chose a sentiment which could be from absolutely any of your ranges. It could be winter wishes, it doesn't have to be Christmas. I just happened to come across a Christmas wishes one.
Nice.
And that's just going to go in there. And then, as always, like one of the questions I get asked with cards like this is, where would you write your message? And I would normally matte and layer the back. So I would probably put another green matte layer with some white, maybe stamp another sentiment, and I would write my best message on the back of there. So again, you can just see those lovely trees. And I just think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning how that system works.
Yeah.
Just to be able to give you both designs with one pass through your machine. The only thing that I would recommend is not using them in your manual machines, because you need those special plates. They do need to go through an electronic machine, whether it's the Gemini Junior or the original Gemini or our new Gemini 2. You will need an electronic machine from that, otherwise it will damage because the MIDI works in with a different system. It will damage the plates when you try and put them through.
I tell you what, that card, tremendous.
Tremendous.
Tremendous. Charlotte. Charlotte just went, oh, God.
I know.
Timber, Johnny, yes, it's just fallen over. Just to also show you, I think these look beautiful when you use a bit of mirror card as well, because look at this one here with the ornaments.
Yes, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
That looks great. And again here, the Christmas trees, just showing you again, you know, cutting it obviously into the green, then using that gold mirror card to frame it, and then again using the little Brucey bonus Christmas tree in the background there as well. I love this die, says Terry. Bonus Christmas tree from the waste, that's it. And look how gorgeous that is as well. I think that's with one of the papers that we did with the 'Twas the Night, actually. Really gorgeous. Just a fair warning on these, or one more to show you. Look at that, the glitter card behind. Fair warning on this, we've got less than 50. I'm not surprised. Patented technology, you won't find this anywhere else. We are the clever ones that, I mean, not me, not us. We are, as a company, the clever ones that came up with this. So it is patented. You'll only find it here. Give it a go. This is the thing. You know what? You might have looked at these before and gone, £38, $50. Do I want to pay that today? I'm not quite sure. Will I love working with these? For £8 or $12 today, you can afford to give these a try. And let me tell you, you are going to absolutely love working with them. And even if you need to get the plates, obviously we've got the original Gemini plates available in stock. Even if you're adding those into your basket, you'll still be paying substantially less than you would have paid if you were paying full price to get all of these and then the plates separately. And of course, don't forget, you can use your codes as well to get even more money off. £8.80, $12, certainly one of the deals of the day. And I know these have been available as individuals over the course of the Craft Vault, over the course of the 'Tis the Season sale, but get them today if you haven't yet got them. Other deals that you might want to pick up, these will be featuring a little bit later on for you. The Christmas layering stamp and dies. These again are fantastic. We've obviously got the layering dies. These ones again have got the stamps included too, with a lovely collection of different sort of Christmas scenes in there, from your sort of nativities to Christmas wreaths and trees. £17.60 for a collection which should be £75 or $100. £23.20 today if you're platinum. Incredible price across these. And if you love the idea of your double-sided dies, we've got more double-sided dies. These are your double-sided layerable toppers. And actually what you get with these are 2 double-sided dies within each pack. So you can create that beautiful mandala on the left-hand side of your screen. And then the second one is that beautiful Christmas wreath. So again, it's kind of 4 dies, but in 2, because they are all double-sided. Again, you will need those double-sided plates to make those work, but get them whilst you can. £10.40 or $12.80. We've then got your Christmas layerable sentiment. We've got the Star of Wonder, that one I showed you a little bit earlier on, which is in the Christmas treasure box, but this is like the full collection at an incredible price again. You've got all of those different Christmas sentiments there. My favourite one is down the bottom right of your screen with the Santa Claus is coming to town. Got the shape of Santa's face in his hat, and then you piece all of the sentiments together within that, which I think is clever. $78.93 or $90, not today, friends. £18.40 or $21.60 is the price on that, as our 'Tis the Season sale comes to an end officially this evening with our Craft Vault, which is coming up at 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Let me show you another incredible deal. I mean, this is just quite simply a remarkable deal. A 9-piece selection from the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Final deal on this. When it's gone, it's gone. Wiggig. $22.40 or Yeah, Wiggig, 2240 or 2640. Wait till you see what you get here. All of the hardware, basically, plus some embellishments as well, Johnny, I think we've got in here, just not the paper pad. I can't believe this. Right, let me just show you. For £22.40 or £26.40, I love this collection. It tells the story of the Twas the Night Before Christmas, and you've got plenty to be working with. Beautiful cut and emboss folder, your traditional window, yes, Christmas scene. You can layer up the Christmas scenes behind that, but that you're going to be using, I think, year round, just like the door we had in the Christmas box. Stockings by the fire, again, great little stamp set to build your own cosy Christmas scene. Really nice big size stamps in there as well. This is one of my favourite stamp sets, period, full stop. I love that. Makes me remember when I used to do Santa spotting with the kids when they were little. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, we don't really do that anymore. It's a shame, isn't it, when they grow up.
My husband tracks him on the internet.
Oh, I mean, I still do it, but the kids are not.
Oh, the kids do. Mine do. And mine are grown-ups.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. They still like to know where Santa is in the world, yeah.
Yeah, because you can go on the old, what's it called? It's NASA, isn't it, to do it? NASA do a little app.
I don't know what he uses, but he's like, oh, he's delivering in Berlin now, and oh, he's doing this now, and and I'm like,
he's at the bottom of the street, quick, get to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just like that, it takes me back in time. Festive foliage, create your own beautiful poinsettia here, and you've even got the detail here, the embossed detail within these dies as well, which is gorgeous. Are you already thinking for 2240, this is crazy, because there's tons more. You've got your little Christmas tree edges there again, with that embossed detail. You've got your St. Nicholas, which again is that beautiful stamp set with your traditional Father Christmas. This, I think, is a really useful stamp once again, because great obviously for a little Christmas scene, but maybe if you're looking for a little spooky village for Halloween.
Yep.
Yep. Halloween is coming, Halloween is coming. This I love, being a bit of a muso, your music and swirls. Don't think we have enough like music stamp and dies within our collection, so I really like this.
Oh, yeah, we could do with a paper collection, couldn't we, based around that?
Based around like the orchestra, maybe.
The different musical instruments and the
Yes.
stave and the,
Yes.
treble and bass. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, why not?
Maybe I should put it to the
I've got a
powers that
musician
be.
well, I've got several musicians in the family.
Yeah. Are you a musician? Do you play?
Did the old recorder in school.
Oh, yeah.
And I did start to play the piano when I was younger, and it's one of my biggest regrets that I didn't keep it up.
Piano?
At the time, I detested doing all the practice, but I was literally, I think I was probably about 8 or 9. But now, my daughter took it up. She learned piano when she was in school, and she plays several other instruments. She went to university to do music. And I just wish it's something. And I can play a tune on the piano, but I was never very good at reading music. I can hear the music, and I could pick up a tune and play it, but I was never very good at reading the actual music on the sheets.
See, I'm the other way round. I put a sheet of music in front of me, I can play it to a certain sort of standard, but I'm not very good at listening.
So I can hear when somebody plays a wrong
note
or wrong chord. And then, of course, both my girls' partners have their own respective bands. So we've got a guitarist and a drummer in the family as well. And then Toby,
on the drums.
Budding drummer. Daddy's trying to teach him. He wants him to learn the guitar, but he loves the drumsticks.
Yeah.
So yes, it's. I think he's got to be some kind of musician when he grows up. He's got it coming at him from all different sides.
That's it. No room for a recorder player in any of the bands then?
No.
Anyway, we've also got decorative frames in here. This again is just brilliant. There's a card right there, isn't there? Layer all of that up, add a few of the embellishments. Build your own sleigh, why not? If you love the traditional story.
We're going to demo this one.
Yeah, of Rudolph and Dasher and Dancer and Donna and Blitzen and Donna and Cupid and the other one and Blitzen. All right, Johnny. This is Donna twice, he just said. You've got Blitzen. It doesn't matter, you've got them all. We're running out of time. And then you've also got your builder stocking, which I absolutely love. Nice big stocking for you to colour in with the different stamps to pop the different things inside the stocking. So it might be flowers, it might be presents, it might be some candy in there. That's not all as well, because we're also going to give you a wonderful selection of embellishments. Beautiful velvet ribbon. You've got your tartan ribbon in there as well, and a selection of beautiful embellishments for you to be able to build your own sort of Christmas wreath with, or indeed add embellishments to your projects. That is an incredible bundle. £22.40 or $26.40 for a collection that will never go out of style. We're going to squeeze in a quick demo with Jan. Reindeer, yes?
Yes, not necessarily quick.
Oh.
Not necessarily quick.
Well,
Johnny's just told me I'd got 10 minutes, so it might not take that long. But yeah, out of all that, I got all those elements out that were on our list for the show, and I spread them all out, and I thought, do you know what? When we were doing this last year, I never got round to using this particular set, so I thought, right, this is the one, and this is the only set that I've used along with. Did it have the paper pad, or has that sold?
It's gone. Paper pad's gone.
Right, when I had my listing, it had the paper pad on it, so I do apologise. I have used a couple of sheets from the little paper pad, but I know a lot of you will have got that in your stash anyway. So, stamp and die set, and the whole idea of this is that you get the elements to actually make your own composition. So you've got two of the reindeers, one standing, one looks as if he's just about to take flight.
Yep.
You've got the sleigh, you've got a lovely little background element, some embellishment pieces, you've got all the names of the reindeers if you want to use them, and I'll show you how I've done them, and then you've got the little bit here that he shouts, now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donna and Blitzen. I could never remember them all. I had to write them all down at one point because I could never remember. We used to say every year, it was like, what do they call the reindeers? And you could remember like maybe 5 of them, and there was always 2 that eluded you.
Comet, Cupid, something Vixen, Donna Blitzen. I remember it because it didn't jingle all the way. Arnold Schwarzenegger has to remember them for the radio competition.
So what I'm going to do then is I've got these ready done because obviously, like, you know, the colouring element does take a little while, and it's not necessarily about the colouring on today's show. So I've got some of that natural coloured card again, and I've got a little piece. I'll do that one separate. We'll do this one first, and I want to stamp out the reindeer first. So we'll do this one. As I say, I've got these already done because I've sat and coloured them and actually popped them all together because I want to show you how all the pieces fit together. Okay, so I'm just going to use some of my alcohol-proof ink, and I've got one of my tri-blends to do a little bit of colouring. And again, I haven't gone to town on this. I've just used a couple of shades, and that's it on the reindeer. So again, stamp him out on your chosen card, whether it be the multi-purpose card. I went for the brown colour because I know when you've got metal dies that go with your stamps, it usually leaves a border around the item. And I thought, I don't want a white border around a brown reindeer. So that's why I've gone for a darker cardstock for this, so that when we cut them out, they've got that same colour edge. Now, you could just colour in if you don't like the white edge, or you could use the scissors and actually cut right up to the edge. So that's that one. And then I'm also going to do the same with the sleigh as well. So we've got that lovely big sleigh, and I'm going to do this one on the white. Okay.
So theoretically, if you had a big card, you could just multi-stamp all of them and have all of the reindeer there, couldn't you?
Oh yes, definitely.
Maybe do a bit of your old what do you call it? Getting your
masking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Masking tape out.
Absolutely, yeah. So that one's off there, and then I need to just do the same with the sleigh. Now I thought what I'd do with this one is when I stamp this one out at home, I've stamped it twice, and I've just cut the actual sleigh part off the sled bit and decoupaged it. So again, you know, you can take this to whatever level you wish.
Yeah.
So again, you can see in there. It's still there, just not pressed it. There we go, that's better. So put those to one side. And then what I did, I've coloured part of this one in. And then, as I say, I stamped it a second time, and I've literally just cut the seat part out. And when you've actually got it all together, here we go. And you can see in the stamp set, you've also got in there the little present.
Yeah.
So I've just stamped that a couple of times, cut it out with my scissors and stacked those in the back of the sleigh. And then when I'd cut it out, decided I didn't like the white edge around that as either. So I've just used some of my pens to add some extra colour onto there. But I've just got that little bit of a, you can just see the depth on the sleigh there. So that's going to be one element on there. And then for the reindeer, as I say, I've just used an earth brown and I've coloured the whole thing. And it's up to you whether you want to give him a red nose or a brown nose, depending on which reindeer he is.
Only one has the red?
It sure does.
Come on, just the one.
But again, all I have done is literally colour the whole thing in. I've not sort of gone berserk with all the shading and everything. I just add a little bit of the darker shade.
I think, again, the craft card works particularly well with this collection, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
That vintage
yes.
feel.
And I must admit, I do use the craft card an awful lot.
Yeah.
I have to stop myself from reaching for it sometimes.
Step away from the craft card.
So again, I've just added colour all the way around first, just to get that colour in there. The general rule with your alcohol pens is to sort of saturate the area first with that colour. And then we're just going to add a little bit of the darker shade. I'm even going to do his antlers in all the same colour, because reindeers are pretty much the same all over, I think. Not that I've ever met one in person, but
have you not?
No, I haven't.
Ah, they shed their antlers, did they, Johnny? Ah, our resident reindeer expert, Johnny, saying all the fur comes off. I went to Blackpool Zoo, and there's reindeer in the zoo, is there?
Ah.
Right, shed the fur, and then the antlers come off, apparently. Oh dear.
They're all talking about the zoo now in my ear.
They are.
Because I'm going to Blackpool.
Yeah.
I did have a look at it, Johnny, but obviously we can't take the dog in again.
Oh yeah.
So, we are restricted a little bit with things that we can do, because we have the dog in tow. I can't leave her at home, so.
Oh. Is it a good zoo? Is it Blackpool Zoo? Big. Oh. Lions, tigers, elephants, giraffes.
See, my Toby would love that.
What? There's gorillas there as well, apparently.
Proper
Silverback
zoo,
gorillas.
that, isn't it?
Wowee. Plenty to go and see. When are you going, did you say? Next week? Jan?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. It's my eldest daughter's birthday tomorrow. So she wants to go to we love the seaside. As you know, we spend a lot of the time at our caravan, but we're actually going to go to the opposite coast. We spend a lot of time on the east coast of England.
Yeah.
But we're going over to the west tomorrow, so
West
have a change.
Yeah, I was saying to you earlier, I've not been to Blackpool for absolutely years. But
No,
we used
neither
to go
have
there when I was
I.
little for
Since
the
our children were small.
Mm.
And she's 34 tomorrow, bless her.
Wow.
She won't want me saying that on air.
She won't mind or won't mind?
If you're watching, I'm sorry, Ness.
Oops.
Everybody kept telling you my age on air. And then what we've got... 45.
Yeah.
You've got the corresponding dies then to cut them out. So just to show you that, and again, these fit through the mini. So again, the cutting edge on the dies is usually in the centre of the piece of metal. So these are designed in a manner that you can see the whole of your image through the die. So you want to line it up so that you can see the image there in the middle, and then tape it in place so that it's not going to move. And then I'm just going to bring in my mini again, cut that down so that it fits into the mini. And then we'll cut him out. Now I've got these ready done. Along with your die set, you get some little extra pieces. So you get a piece that is actually his coat. And then you get the reins as well on the die set.
Yes.
So I've stamped all the extra pieces out and put them together. And he goes from looking very plain like this to actually looking very, very dashing. Where is he? When he's all dressed up. So this piece is actually on the stamp set. You can see here we've got the little coat
Yeah.
and the reins
Oh,
here.
yeah,
And you get the die pieces to cut these out as well, so the little reins and the coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just pop them all together.
Nice.
And you can get yourself a little herd of reindeer.
Look at that.
So I've got some in red, some in green.
Oh, I like that.
And then they're going to be pulling the sleigh.
Which one's which?
So then, on top of that,
Yeah.
we've got all the little tiny names in here.
Oh, yes.
So all the reindeer names, and I've just stamped them onto here. I've got Dasher and Dancer, and
brilliant.
Vixen and Prancer.
Yeah.
So I've just popped that on their little coats just to identify who they are. You could do a whole string of them if you wanted to make like a home decor plaque. You could have the whole caboodle with Rudolph at the front leading them. Just gone for those 4. And then this quite possibly is the biggest card I've ever made because I needed to fit them all on.
Of course.
So it is actually quite long, and you would have to make an envelope for this. It's 10.5 inches by 5.5, which is not a regular size, but I just thought I wanted that whole string of them across here. And then I thought a card this size would be nice. You know, if you've got someone leaving work or retiring and you've got work colleagues that all want to sign the same card.
That's a great idea.
The larger size would be good for something like that, wouldn't it? So I've literally just matted and layered. This is a piece of my A3 Centura pearl that I've cut down. Matted and layered a little bit of glitter card.
Where's that scene from? I love it.
This is actually the paper pad.
Oh, is
I was
it?
saying, yeah. So my apologies if it has sold out now. I know some of you will have got it, but I took two of the same 6x6 sheets, cut them down, and then I've just overlapped. You can see if you really scrutinise it that this doesn't match, but the reindeers are going to go over it anyway. So it's 2 of the same pieces. And then I'm just going to pop this onto the card blank and then just arrange those reindeers.
Yeah.
I've stamped straight onto the background because I didn't want too much fuss. I want the reindeers and the sleigh to sort of stick out.
That's
so I've
it,
actually
yeah.
stamped straight onto the background here. And that's going to go on the front like so. And then we're just going to arrange those pieces along here like this. So I've got the sleigh at the back there. And then we're going to have these 2 sort of in a, you see he's going over the middle there, in like a standing position. And then these 2 as if they're ready to sort of leap off into the sky. Now I did think about popping a little bit of thread as if it looked as if they were on, you know, on the reins ready, but I didn't bring that with me. So
a bit of glitter as well, like magic reindeer dust.
Absolutely, just to get them going, yeah. And then on the set with the framing that you've got there, Ben, we've got a gorgeous little bow.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pop this up at the top just as an embellishment. So
Lovely.
I need to get that stuck down. If
Yeah.
there's anything else you want to do, Ben, I'm just conscious of the time.
Well, should
then we'll do the vote for the show.
Should we see that in situ now? As a,
to do the vote?
Yes, I'm thinking we're going to struggle otherwise. We can go in the overhead and show all of the makes.
And then I'll stick it
and then
together,
you can glue
yeah.
it, yeah. Let's have a look then.
So number 1 then for the vote today was the image sentiments. And we made the little gift bag with those on. So thank you for everything you do was number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, we used the layerable sentiments, similar kind of technique, but just layering them up to create that lovely little topper piece. And we did those on a little gift box. That was number 2. Number 3 was the double-sided dies. So we had that trio of trees where we've cut those onto the edge, and that's going to be the opening of our card, number 3. And then number 4, I will get all this stuck down while you guys are voting. We've got that lovely selection from 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
That's
so 1, 2,
tough.
3 or 4?
It's a 2 or a 4 for me, but it's not down to me. It's up to you guys. 2 for Johnny as well. How cute, Thea, says Jan. And Carol says, I love Christmas, and this card is absolutely gorgeous. So pretty, even without the sleigh and the reindeer. It's a wonderful background. And hi to Hannah, who says, a cheeky last-minute pop-in and hello from Legoland today.
Oh, wow.
Legoland the other week, Hannah. I feel like you were sending us a message from the roller coaster or something. Maybe have you got maybe one of those, like, 'cause you can get those Merlin passes, can't you, that when you can sort of just keep going in. Let us know. But thank you for all the love coming through. And Emma says, OMG, so many of the night before stuff would match the new Snow Queen. Love that card, says Michelle. So cheerful. Snow Queen, you say? What's the new Snow Queen? Don't know what that is. What are you talking about? Monday. Very quick look at these because we're nearly out of time, but 'Twas the Night Before Christmas Craft Vault collection. This is coming up in our Craft Vault show tonight, but you get all of your embellishments. You will get more pine cones. Ours have just fallen off. You've got ribbons in here as well. You're also going to get all of these stamp and die sets, so you can build your own stocking in there, as well as the set which Jan has just been working with, building your own sleigh with those amazing reindeer. You've got beautiful frames in here as well. I think that will cross through lots of different Christmas collections. The music and swaddles, that is the Edgeable. You've got this set here, which is just called St. Nick, actually, which is that beautiful Father Christmas, that village scene. Love that little stamp there, Father Christmas flying through the sky. We've got your tree edgeables in here. You've got the ability to make your own festive foliage with the poinsettia dies. This is just the most beautiful stamp set, that Christmas Eve set with the family looking out of the window, doing a bit of Santa spotting. There is your stockings by the fire. Again, some really useful stamps to kind of build up your Christmassy scenes. And then we've got that beautiful cut and emboss folder as well, which is the traditional window. Gives you the detail of the brick wall and then cuts out that stunning window, which you can pop your scenes behind. We have a result, super swift. Rachel is quick on the count. The winner of Demo of the Show. 4.
Oh, just got it all stuck together in time. So I've stuck most of it flat on the background, and then the 2 reindeer in the foreground I've just popped up on some little bits of foam pad, just to give it a bit of dimension. But yeah, really, really clever to play with. And as I say, you could do a whole, have it as a home decor piece, as like a plaque, and have the whole string of reindeer you can stamp. That's the beauty of stamps. You can do them as many times as you want.
Great card to finish. And listen, if you want to be able to recreate that, buy this collection. It's not dear.
Oh, dearie me.
We are done, and not a moment too soon. Massive thank you to Jan. We will be back with you in an hour's time, where we are going all masterclass on you when it comes to sentiments. We've got so many different sentiments in die form, in stamp form for you, and then of course later on from 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, we have also got your Craft Vault, kind of a big wrap up of our 'Tis the Season sale, our event which has been going on. And make sure you head to the website in the meantime. We've got our Add More, Save More event. We've got Fiver Friday, which is there for you as well. Check out that part of the website. We've got codes galore. There's tons. Best thing to do, head to the website, click on all the various new boxes and see what we've got for you. And Jan and I will catch you back here for Masterclass in an hour's time. Until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you in an hour. Bye for now.